We want to be able to thank you in any small way that we can. Our faculty work so hard, so many hours. We ask a lot of them. Our alumni have gone through an amazing period of study here, and then they're out in the world doing fantastic things. And our staff are the most, like show up, give 110% kind of folks. They're very person-centered, I would say. I am pleased and honored to be a part of this community, and I personally want to thank each and every one of you in this room for making a difference, for being a change agent. We have a lot we can do in the universe to make a better world, and I know everyone in here is really trying. So I want to thank you. We've got a lot of awards to hand out, so I don't want to go on and say the same things. But I do want to welcome our wonderful Board of Trustee Chair, Catherine Lauren, who is also going to thank you all. I think it's amazing when the Board of Trustees shows up for these events, because that shows from the top down we have support. So cheers to all of you, and cheers to Catherine, who will be speaking now.
Thank you, Carol. Good evening, everybody. It's just an absolute delight that I can be here to celebrate with you today. It's very special to be here. And you know what? We actually have a couple of board members here today, because we had this big, long board meeting, and 3 or 4 of them managed to stick around, and you'll get a chance maybe to see them throughout the course of the evening. But on behalf of the Board of Trustees, we're very, very happy to be able to share this evening with you. And I echo everything that Carol said. It is so important to recognize people's contributions. And you know, in our day-to-day lives, we don't always think to say thank you, because we're busy executing all the time and, moving to the next outcome. But I think this is a wonderful opportunity to recognize your contributions and to say thank you to you. These kinds of evenings don't happen by themselves. As Carol said, there's lots of behind-the-scenes work that takes place, and we only see the tip of the iceberg, and we forget how much goes on behind the scenes. And I would say that's the same for Sofia in general. We see the tip of the iceberg, but we know that there is so much happening behind the scenes that we just don't appreciate on a day-to-day basis. So anyway, you have lots of speeches coming up tonight. I'll keep this one brief, just to say again on behalf of the board, so happy that I could be here. And let me just take 30 seconds to introduce to you some of our board members, because they're all sitting at the same table. So we have Michael Zhu. Michael, can you stand up? And we have Michael's from Vancouver, Canada, and we have Daniel Yu from New York. And we have Lei Fu from San Francisco Valley area. And did I leave anybody out? That's it. Okay, I plus myself. So anyway, we're just so pleased to be able to share this evening with you. Thank you for everything that you do. You're great ambassadors for Sofia. We appreciate you so much and all that you contribute. So thank you so much.
Well, hello. Hello, everybody. I am Nami Kim. I'm the provost and vice president of academics and ALO. Thank you. So you know what's really funny? Of course, Carol and I didn't talk about what we were going to say, so of course she said all the things I was about to say. So, but the thing is, we are here to celebrate the folks and honor the folks that do so much for Sofia. Just like Carol said, they work so hard to make this place such an amazing, unique place of study. So first, just want to let you know that these folks were actually chosen by their peers, right? And these are the people that rise above everyone this evening. There's the staff, I just want to say, that really dedicate their lives to our students and to support our faculty. We're kind of calling them the fulcrum of our organization, and make it work. Just do whatever it takes, with oftentimes really limited resources, but they make things work and they go above and beyond. And there's the faculty, whose commitment to their students to teach, to mentor, to guide them through transformative growth. And honestly, every day I'm so moved by their generosity. And then there's the alumni who proudly go out into the world and take Sofia on and represent us and be the change makers and the transformative leaders that they are. And we're so proud of them. All these folks make these unique contributions to us, our organization, and to society and to the world. And so we're here to celebrate them. And I just want to say also to thank the people who actually are putting all this together, because this, I mean, just like Catherine said, like there is so much that goes behind the scenes that you never know. First, I want to just thank Penny, who couldn't be here, who headed this whole evening, and headed the organization of all the different committees and everything, and made this night work, and we, make it run, even though she couldn't be here tonight, unfortunately. There's also Rosalie, who runs the commencement with years of experience. Rosalie, the commencement is going to be so amazing tomorrow. Look, you even have the setup already. And there's Olivia, who's holding down the fort with the 7 hours of intensive, just many, many, many days of such complex work. I also want to, where's Lita? Lita, with all the catering and travel arrangements and everything, thank you so much. And really, honestly, this all would not happen without Abby, right here, who is the one that makes everything work. No loose ends, nothing falling through the cracks. And I really appreciate you, and I appreciate all of you for coming and celebrating everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nami, for your kind words. At this time, I would like to invite up John Elfers for our Excellence in Teaching Awards.
Thank you, Abby. Yes. I have the distinct pleasure of making these awards for excellence in teaching. It is not an exaggeration to claim that the profession of teaching means more to the future of the planet than any other. Great teachers are the soul of an enlightened society. They are the bright beacons that point and guide the way into the future. It is to them that we entrust the nurturing and care of the next generation of innovative and creative thought leaders. Sofia University is a teaching institution that is built on a foundation of transformative education. We go beyond the goals of conveying information or instruction in essential skills and competencies. Rather, we have taken on the challenge of educating the whole person, body, mind, and spirit, to motivate them to reach beyond their previous capabilities, to become engaged thought leaders and embody the values of academic excellence and service to our communities. At Sofia, good teaching is not an accident. It is a demanding profession where much of the work takes place out of the limelight and off the stage. It requires the development of an engaging curriculum that incorporates multiple ways of knowing and addresses the many ways that our students learn. Our instructors are role models that embody the values needed to nurture the next generation of scholars and practitioners. This is the 3rd year of Sofia University's Excellence in Teaching Awards, presented by the Center for Innovation in Teaching and Learning. The purpose of this award is to honor those faculty whose outstanding performance in the classroom reflects the values of Sofia University, who implement a challenging curriculum that addresses the whole person and that welcomes students of all races, genders, learning styles, and cultural backgrounds, and brings multiple and diverse perspectives to the learning environment. Since some faculty are full-time core faculty while others are part-time adjuncts, the awards were designed to emphasize both categories and to reflect the variety of programs in the Sofia Institutes and colleges. Each of the recipients receives a certificate and an honorarium to recognize their contributions. So this year, the award for core faculty in the Institute of Transpersonal Psychology goes to Adrian Arislan. Adrian teaches in the Masters of Counseling Psychology program, where they bring a wealth of experience in psychotherapy to their classroom. Students nominating Adrian commented on their positive engagement with every student. Adrian creates an atmosphere that is welcoming, and their courses involve a variety of media that include multiple voices and perspectives, and regularly makes use of creative expression and art. Adrian invites students to explore their own biases, defenses, and judgments. Diversity, inclusion, and openness are ongoing themes that permeate their teaching style. As one student noted, what emerges is a rich tapestry of voices that would not have been included without Adrian's intentionally integrating sources beyond the textbook. Adrian, would you come forward and please to receive your award? Congratulations.
Oh, shucks. Thank you so much. This is really meaningful. And as someone who, because of my different identity, sometimes feels it's a struggle to be heard and seen in the world, it is beautiful to be in a community that values my voice. So, thank you.
You are very welcome. This year, the award for adjunct faculty in the Institute of Transpersonal Psychology goes to Robert Ferrer. For more than a decade, Robert has taught a variety of courses in the Masters of Transpersonal Psychology program. Students nominating him describe the unconditional regard that he has for all students. He encourages students to make the course content relevant to their personal journey and creates a safe space in the online environment where students can share and be vulnerable. Robert uses video to make comments on student papers and is an excellent coach for APA style. He brings multiple perspectives to the classroom by celebrating open communication and inviting diverse viewpoints. Students are appreciative that they are free to use scholarly work that they are drawn to personally in his classroom. Robert was unable to be with us today, but let's give him a nice round of applause for his contribution. Okay, this year the award for core faculty in the Institute of Applied Professional Studies goes to Fadi Muhaddad. Dr. Muhaddad brings a wealth of experience in computer science to his classes in the Masters of Computer Science program. Students in his classroom share that he shows deep caring for each of them and pays close attention to student needs. He is able to make difficult concepts and calculations clear and easy to understand and provides multiple examples that are easy to follow. Dr. Muhaddad schedules additional online sessions for extra support. Because of his breadth of experience, he is able to counsel students about the professions that they might enter in the field of computer science upon graduating. Dr. Muhaddad, please come forward to get your award. Do you want to say anything?
Put us in the spot. Sorry. Thank you so much, John, for that wonderful introduction, and thank you for our students first for their trust and support for President, Department Chair, my colleagues here, staff, Abby, the star of Costa Mesa for sure. The thing I want to say, I mean, we all big fans of Bloom's taxonomy. I'm big fan of Defense taxonomy, because it brings the cultural or the human dimension into that taxonomy. And then I think that's where my students figured that out. So thank you so much.
This year, The award for adjunct faculty in the Institute of Applied Professional Studies goes to Zina Jadlu. Dr. Jadlu has more than 20 years of experience in establishing digital health technologies and is a leader in the field. Students in her classrooms note how she is able to bridge theory and practice by linking course concepts to world events and professional contexts. She creates a positive and supportive classroom environment through active learning and in helping students to feel comfortable expressing themselves free of judgment. Dr. Jadlu caters to diverse learning styles by giving students choices and expands the curriculum by weaving in topics like spirituality, wellness, and by highlighting social justice issues. She regularly solicits student input and is very open to feedback. That's what students are saying about you. Dina, would you please come up to receive your award?
I would like to say thank you so much for all your support. Thank you, first of all, from my students for supporting me in this career journey. I would like to say big thank you to the leadership, to my chair, and also all people who are supporting us to provide the best service for our students and create the positive learning outcome for this community, this beautiful community. And I am so delighted that I am here among this high professional community, that I can fortify my knowledge and also support our students in the very best way.
Thank you. Okay, this year the award for instructor in global college goes to Harris Friedman. Dr. Friedman is an emeritus research professor from the University of Florida. He is the editor of several journals and books in the field of transpersonal psychology. Students nominating Dr. Friedman have commented on his ability to engage with every student in their research topic and challenging them to strive for excellence. He is skilled in flipping the classroom by assigning recorded content ahead of time so as to spend the majority of his class time in discussion with students. There he is able to provide support with compassion and wisdom. He is able to bring examples from his professional and academic experiences to the course content and invites his students to do the same. Dr. Harris Friedman, please come forward and receive your award. There's a check in there, so
Yeah, I'm very appreciative for receiving this award, and I want to share a little anecdote. When I was a first-year graduate student in a conventional clinical psychology program, I happened to notice a copy of a journal sitting on the table in the graduate student lounge, and it was the Journal of Transpersonal Psychology. And I said, wow, there's a name for the type of psychology that I'm doing and want to continue to do. So that shaped my career. And also in one of the early copies of the Journal of Transpersonal Psychology, there was an article on the curriculum at the Institute for Transpersonal Psychology. And within the ability that I had within a mainstream program to shape my coursework through independent studies and other ways, essentially I mirrored the curriculum of Sofia University's predecessor, ITP. And that's helped shape my career in transpersonal psychology. So for that reason, this is a very special honor for me. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Thank you all. That was the final award for the excellence in teaching for this year. And so at this point, I'd like to turn it over to Chris Wang from Global College, who is going to introduce the next set of awards.
So today we have the pleasure of recognizing the outstanding contribution of our staff team in 3 special categories: excellence in communication, above and beyond, and making a difference. So these awards highlight individuals who have demonstrated exceptional dedication, teamwork, and impact in their roles. So let's take a moment to celebrate their achievements and express our gratitude for their hard work and commitment. So this year, the award for the excellence in communication goes to Abby Canahan. So Abby serves as the Associate Director of Academic Affairs at Sofia University, where she plays a crucial role in overseas academic programs and ensuring students' success. And then she effectively managed multiple critical aspects of program delivery, ensuring that departments are informed and the schedule runs smoothly. And Abby's empathy, patience, and the deep care for Sofia University, its students, and her team make her a respected leader. So she consistently fosters a welcoming and a supportive environment, contributing significantly to the university's success. So Abby, welcome.
Thank you, Chris. I'm truly honored to be in your company. As the first person to ever win Excellence in Communication for our staff, I'm very honored to be in Chris's company. Thank you, Chris. And thank you, everyone. Now I will let Chris sit down because she did not want to be in the microphone.
I think we have to give you like a handshake, right?
Thank you. I get the official presidential handshake. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. And thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. And thank you, all of you as well. I'm very excited now to give out the next 2 staff awards. I would like to tell you on the committee, just so you know, that if you are nominated, you're on the committee, you are not allowed to vote. So I just feel the need to mention that to all of you. You must abstain.
You did not vote for yourself.
I did not vote for myself. I would just like to make that clear. Okay. So moving on, our next award is for Above and Beyond, and this is for Juan Nava. I'm very excited to give this to Juan because I get a little bit of the shimmer and the gratitude, I guess, for what happens at Costa Mesa, but Juan is truly the heart of the Costa Mesa campus. Juan is usually the first to get here and the last to leave. He supports so many things, residential classes, our events like this, graduation, so many things with his generous nature and his warm and friendly spirit. He also works with outside vendors and contractors and represents Sofia to the community as well. And we really couldn't do it without him. So Juan, could you please come up so I can give you your wonderful award?
His wonderful smile, by the way.
He does have a wonderful smile too. You have to come up here and smile.
MVP.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for this honor. I truly appreciate it, and I'm always happy to be here, happy to help, and it definitely means a lot to be recognized, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Congrats, Juan. Well deserved. Now I'd like to move on to our making a difference and most in need of a headshot, Mr. Lloyd Lee. So you can probably tell that I work with Lloyd enough to be comfortable enough to give him a little gentle teasing about that. Now I have to embarrass you, so you come up here. Lloyd is an unsung hero of Sofia until today. I'm glad you're being recognized as our IT director. Every single executive. Ooh, I'm sorry. Executive IT director. All of us in this room have SOS called Lloyd or emailed Lloyd or said, please help, we need to get this going, or breakout rooms aren't working, or we have this issue in Canvas, or it's always Lloyd. We're always leaning on Lloyd to help us, so I'm so glad to recognize him today. He was voted by his peers, and of course, in his humble way, did not want to be acknowledged and said, well, maybe someone else could get it. But of course, he deserves to be recognized, and I'm so glad that we're doing that today. Lloyd, congratulations. You can just say
I have to say, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I just watch everybody else, especially Carol leads us, how hard everybody works. It just motivates me to do what I do. So thank you so much, everybody.
That concludes our staff awards. Thank you so much for honoring our staff today. We feel truly grateful. At this time, I would like to pass it on to Dr. Stephen Gold for our Alumni Awards.
Thank you so much. How's everybody doing? Having a good time? Having a good time? Thank you so much. Oh, yes. I'm instructed that you can get seconds if you need it, if anyone wants any more food. And before I go further, we all got to take a moment. Thank Jim here for the fantastic smoking and food. I'm afraid I don't have a check for you or any sort of award, but I do appreciate that tremendously. Thank you, Dr. Humphreys, Provost Gibb, to the Board of Trustees. Thank you, everyone, for all the support. It's been said that the evidence of our hard work, faculty, staff, administration, we all work hard. But what's the result? How do we know whether we're succeeding or not? The success of our work can be seen in the success of our graduates. That's the evidence of proof of what we've done. Now I've got my glasses, so I don't have to hold it. So, I'd like to quickly introduce each of our awardees today and let them take the microphone and tell you. I'm not going to tell you in detail about the research. I want each of them to tell you what they've done. Our first award is going to be given to Dr. Jessica Thomas, extremely well deserved for her work in enhancing death education and transformative dimensions of grief, which is about as challenging and difficult a thing I think as anyone could tackle. So, Jessica, why don't you come up, and I'd like to give you this award.
Hi, thank you. It's wonderful to be here. I am beyond honored to accept this award, and I wrote something. So, faculty, colleagues, and friends from my time at Sofia have inspired me along my journey. I'd like to mention Dr. Kunran over here, who has been a huge inspiration in my work in death and dying. And a few that aren't here that I'd like to honor is Dr. Jinghae Padma. She wrote the beautiful foreword for my most recent book, Choosing Light. And a special colleague and friend, Dr. Hudson. Thank you for your friendship and collegial support and collaborations. Last, a special thank you to Dr. Hilary Rumet. In her book, Pathways of the Soul, Exploring the Human Journey, she describes in her model of psychospiritual development what she calls Sophia wisdom. She says, we each have our own way to wholeness or holiness, our unique path back to spirit, which our essence has never left. It winds through the labyrinth of our individual lives with many turnings and dead ends. Yet when we encounter our authentic path, our heart recognizes it. And I want to thank Sophia for being that special heart in my path. Thank you.
Okay, for Jingjin Yi, who cannot be here today, who's winning the Sophia Professional Achievement Award for our international students. She was one of my more favorite MBAO students, and did a wonderful job. She developed organizational solutions to culture-related activities that was tremendously impressive. Started her own group and organization to be able to deal with organizational culture and the way that external exogenous cultures work within an organization, and developed a consulting process. It was really amazing for an MBAO student, and she couldn't be here today, so Lynn is going to accept it on her behalf.
Hello, I'm not Jingjing, but I'm so honored to receive the award for her on behalf of Global College and also herself. So Jingjing is a 2019 graduate of Sofia Global College's Overseas MBA program. Jingjing contributes success in a range of business activities to her studies in transpersonal psychology at Sofia. So her transformational experience at Sofia allowed her to break through limitations in the industry and also develop the Here We Go organization. This organization helps customers design and upgrade their organizational culture by developing and implementing solutions for culture-related activities. So this particular approach helps individuals grow and allows organizations to thrive. Jingjing is also the co-founder of Catering Brand and a team-building enterprise activity planning organization. As a professional yoga instructor, as you would imagine, we at Sofia do multitasking and excel at any task we take. And certified dietitian, Jingjing brings the best of the transpersonal approach to whole person living to the fullness of business and also self-development. So that's her story, and I'm so thrilled to receiving this award on her behalf. Thank you for all coming, and also our graduates. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Lynn, for taking care. Okay, our next award, Sofia Dedication to Community Service, goes to one of our exceptional MACP students, an astoundingly cool dude. This goes to Jasper Chang for Jasper's work to re-envision mental health discourse through art education and immersive community experiences that we've seen here is a truly innovative way of showing that there's so many different ways of knowing, so many different ways of communicating, so many different ways of helping. And doing what he does through art is a truly impressive thing. So Jasper, come on up. We'd like to hear your work.
Thank you. It's a real honor. Before I was a Sofia graduate, I was a Sofia dropout actually, 2015 as an MATP student. But I came back because it didn't make sense for me to do my education elsewhere. Sofia's always been an incubator for innovative ideas, and thank you so much to the administration, especially to Dorothée, for supporting me and believing in this project that I have. One of my dream projects actually that launched at the global conference that happened recently. I was thinking about this, and I recently realized I hadn't celebrated any of my accomplishments in a while. So, but I feel like I can today because I had a whole community of support and a whole village behind me, all the professors here, the faculty, the administration. So celebrating for them as well. My partner, who's also here, family, friends, colleagues that believe and supported me. Celebrating everyone here who got an award so they can continue to do the good that they've always been doing. So I appreciate everyone here, appreciate you, Sofia, thank you.
Pretty amazing group of people, isn't it? Does it make y'all feel real pleased with yourselves that maybe we're actually succeeding in what we're doing and not just working really hard, but actually getting things done right? The last award is among the most special. This is the Sofia Distinguished Alumni Award for a PhD student, and I must say this is a very competitive award, and we were able to give it to someone who is extraordinarily deserving. Dr. Debbie Silver, who work on post-betrayal transformation and healing, which I didn't know what it was. I started reading up and seeing what she did, and it is truly impressive work in the area of healing and making people whole after difficult times. And we're very, very proud of the work she's done. Debbie, come on up. Why don't you come up?
Thank you. When I enrolled, my only goal was to heal from trauma. I had no idea it was going to lead to a new direction, a new business, a new life. So just a few fun facts since graduating. The founding of the PBT, Post-Betrayal Transformation Institute, where people from all over the world predictably heal physically, mentally, and emotionally from betrayal. 5 books, 2 of which were #1 international bestsellers. 2 TEDx talks with millions of views each. 2 certification programs where coaches and practitioners help hundreds and hundreds of people heal all over the world. A popular podcast globally ranked within the top 1.5%. The founding of a national holiday, National Forgiveness Day, celebrated every year on September 1st. Helping thousands of people, most importantly. I am so grateful because every one of those accomplishments can be directly tied to everything I learned at Sofia. Thank you.
So I leave you with this thought. We all work really hard. Everybody works really hard. Are we successful? You want to see what we're successful? I don't see how we can be more successful than what's been evidenced here. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Steve. Congratulations. At this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Carol Humphreys up to honor Alan.
Well, we say we stand on the shoulders of others, and I truly stand on the shoulders of Dr. Alan Cahoon. This will be hard. All right, Dr. Alan Cahoon was the President Emeritus of Sofia University and Honorary President of Shanghai Lida University in China. He passed away on April 4th in Victoria, British Columbia, after a 3-year journey with cancer. Most of you may not have known that the entire time that he was here after my hire, he was indeed challenged living with cancer. And he was amazingly optimistic throughout it. I will say that I was honored to be invited to the memorial service up in Victoria. I thought I'd read a little bit of what I said there. I'm honored to represent a community of educators in California who have been touched by Alan in such simple and magnificent ways and wish that they could be here with me. I'm also honored to speak on behalf of the Honorable Dr. Young and his daughter, Miss Miao Young, who along with the Beifeng International Education Group were such important parts of Alan's lives and are mourning deeply from afar. I'm pleased to represent Beito and North Chow, many of whom were present there and also attended. I thanked everyone for this honor. And I said, I imagine that after Dr. Cahoon left Royal Roads University, a university he was at, I think, for 12 years, he was president and vice chancellor of one of Canada's most innovative, special purpose public universities, Royal Roads University. But after he left there, I think he believed that retirement from an administrative role would serve him well. I know his goal was to teach more. He always wanted to teach more. But apparently he was not able to do that. Another university, a small one, a quirky one, a diamond in the rough, was in the States and needed change. It called his name. That was us, Sofia University. With little time for a vacation between jobs, Alan began his time at Sofia University. First as a Board of Trustee member from 2018 to 2019, then as acting president in 2020, followed by 3 years as president from 2020 to 2023. And most recently, as we all know, Sofia's president emeritus, and a Sofia Research and Development Foundation vice president and board member. Yes, Alan brought stability and continuity to Sofia during a period of significant change, but he also brought us humanity. Many of you experienced his leadership style, and it was just what we at Sofia needed. Across the university, morale raised significantly as internal stability increased, and faculty, staff, and students felt heard and valued. He embraced Sofia, its quirky psychology roots, and its commitment to providing a transformative, whole person, I say touchy-feely, California-type education for professionals and international students. In each meeting, and with all his direct reports, he left room for the other, no matter who it was, to speak, and he listened, a necessary but often forgotten priority for leaders. And of course, he led the charge for new programs, enhanced the university's global impact, and positioned Sofia for future success. He sponsored Sofia's first Equity, Inclusion, Diversity, and Accessibility Task Force, and all its good intentions and initiatives. More importantly, he walked the talk. Did I lose it? Oh, he walked the talk. At a time when anti-Asian violence increased in the Bay Area, Alan spoke out early and publicly about racism, discrimination, and virus blaming. During and after COVID, he worked to develop the nonprofit Sofia Research and Development Foundation, something very new to Sofia, which supports our students in need, equity, inclusion, diversity, and accessibility initiatives, and academic innovation. A little bit later, we're going to have the first recipients of those awards. And it was of great pride to him and much appreciated by our faculty that even while serving as president, he continued to teach capstone classes and work with Sofia's graduate students. Perhaps it is then no surprise that Dr. Cahoon consistently identified himself as university professor, academic lead, and changemaker, president, Sofia University. In that specific order. He wanted it known that he was first and foremost serving students and making positive change in the world. And he was making positive change in so many other parts of the world as well. In 2019, he was named as honorary president of Shanghai Lida University in China. This appointment came after 30 years of collaboration with 20+ universities in China and with the Beifeng International Education Group. Described as an old friend to China, Alan made many trips there and encouraged young people to explore globally. He famously asked, "Can fish see the water?" Of course, he said it in Mandarin. It was a metaphor to inspire reflection on one's culture and the importance of experiencing and understanding diverse cultures. His personal and professional relationships with Dr. Young and Ms. Miao Young opened doors to many international projects and collaborations, and ultimately led him here to Sofia University. After my appointment as president at Sofia, Alan insisted we travel to China as soon as possible. Remember, I started July 17th, and it was November we went. Despite his illness, he was determined to go, and in September of 2023, September of 2023, we spent 3 weeks in China, traveling to at least 11 universities and visiting several government education agencies. I believe that he wanted to be in China once again, and he wanted me to see China through his eyes, and I did. I can tell you that he was a rock star there. Everywhere we went, he was greeted by new and old friends with flowers and gifts and hugs, applause, and standing ovations. The students and staff loved his talks and wanted him to stay longer, say more, answer more questions, share more wisdom. Even while ill, he lit up his stage like a star. Every day we traveled together in a van to new locations, and he counseled me on cultural norms, best Chinese food, academic practices, and of course, how to keep up with the many, many, many toasts during fabulous dinners and celebrations. It was difficult. Near the end of a trip, after eating night after night more Chinese delicacies than I had ever imagined, we were free. And he said to me he wanted some kind of Western food for a break. He led me on a brisk walk, and it was brisk, to a rotating Western-style steakhouse high atop a building in Beijing. He savored every bit of his Western-style steak as he happily pointed out interesting sights across the city. It was a dinner and an education that I shall never forget. I can report officially that his final visit to China was a grand success on so many levels, and it served as a moving testament to the profound connections he had nurtured throughout his career. I must share that Alan and I also shared a love of wine. And on his visit to Napa, California, my hometown, he was game for multiple tastings, from big fancy reds to my homemade garage wine. Some of you have had that tonight. An additional high point of his professional life included his volunteer work with the Inter-American Organization of Higher Education from 2013 to 2023. This is a Spanish-speaking organization reaching out to Spanish-speaking countries all over. And most recently, last November, he again cajoled me to attend their conference in, of all places, Las Vegas, Nevada. There, he again passed the torch and introduced me to so many of his friends and connections, always suggesting potential partnerships for Sofia. I couldn't keep up with it. And in each event, we worked the rooms together as partners on a mission. But we also took time to go to a fun cocktail party at Madame Tussauds Wax Museum on the Strip. Soon after arriving, he saw a wax figure of Drake, and he insisted I take a picture of him standing next to him. I was surprised at his persistence, but he informed me repeatedly, "Canadians love Drake! Canadians love Drake!" He then posed by Megan Thee Stallion, Katy Perry, RuPaul, and imagine this, the golfer Arnold Palmer, for more pics to be sent home to his beloved Jamie. Before we left, we stood in line for 2 virtual rides where we sat in chairs that jerked us around as if on a roller coaster. Bursts of air came shooting out of our seats, and with each burst, we both laughed out loud. Together, we shot plastic guns at ghosts that popped onto the screen and racked up points with each hit. We laughed so hard that I started crying. I wish I had a picture of Alan's face that moment as he loudly proclaimed his top score win over my measly second-place finish. What a competitor. Our time together at the Vegas conference ended with another dinner out at a fancy steak restaurant where once again he was determined to dine on a steak, a filet mignon, and a beautiful Napa Cabernet Sauvignon. Despite his illness, and he was quite ill at that point, he finished every bit of that filet with a huge smile on his face. Alan Cahoon was a great gift to both Sofia University and to me personally. He was also a great gift to so many others throughout this world. He was a great gift to so many here in this room. Not only was he an authentically kind and caring man, but he was also a global change agent. I am certain we all have memories that we shared with him. Thank you for allowing me to share just a few of mine. So, if we could all, this moment, you may have a glass of bubbly in front of you if you are a drinker. If not, raise a glass of water or apple juice. And I'd like us to have a toast. To Alan Cahoon, the global change agent. Thank you, Alan. Cheers. Thank you. Now I'll give it back to our wonderful MC.
I think it might be you again.
Oh, is it me again? You're going to be sick of me before the night is through. Oh, yes.
Okay. I would just like to draw your attention to our beautiful table over there for Dr. Cahoon, which also have a memory book. So please take a minute and write a memory in there. We're going to send it to Jamie so that he can have a nice memento. Oh, and yeah.
I'm so sorry, that was emotional for me. I forgot that we are naming a classroom after Dr. Alan Cahoon. It says classroom, it's classroom number 1, the biggest one here at Sofia, in memory of Dr. Alan Cahoon, President Emeritus, the change maker, whose dedication and leadership left an indelible mark on Sofia University. This will be outside the room. Yes, so there is a memory table over there. Feel free to leave some messages. All right, now I have some exciting news, if I can segue. We are going to talk about foundation grants. So if you recall, Dr. Alan Cahoon worked very hard to create a nonprofit, the Development and Research Foundation of Sofia University. Is that the right name? Am I saying it right? Good, okay. I want to be careful. And in fact, he worked very hard to raise money the first couple years. Sadly, I have to admit that this year has been such a busy year for me in transition. I've not spent the time on continuing to raise money, but I will be really focusing on that in the coming year. But many of you donated to that fund. And this money is to support students and faculty here at Sofia. And so the money has been growing some interest, and the foundation got together. Our representative is, of course, Dr. Gold right here, who sat on the committee. And our president of the Sofia Foundation Board of Directors is a gentleman named Ray Riesler. I always say his name, Riesler, thank you, sorry. And he, together, the committee, Renata is also on the committee over here, right, Renata? So yay. So we've got Renata, we've got Steve, and of course some other members. And Ray Riesler is the president, and they put together grants this year. So this will be a yearly event if we can continue to raise money. We were very happy at Alan's retirement that the owner donated a significant amount of money, and we ended up with $100,000 in the account. So we are very pleased. And the first awards, and these people have not even been notified because we just haven't had a moment. But there were 3 faculty grants that will be given out. There are 3 grants of $1,000 each. The first one goes to the group Dale Golden, Michelle Daly, and Dorote Luce. Stand up if you're in the room. I think Michelle and, yeah, where's Michelle? Okay. So that is for their work on a digital platform designed to enhance holistic health and wellness. So congratulations. Yeah. Our second award of $1,000 goes to Mimi Sirfos and Brian Flores for their research on spiritual wakefulness and identity. I mean, this is hot off the presses. They don't even know yet. I'm gonna have to give them a call. And then the third faculty grant, someone we've just met tonight, many of us, Harris Friedman and Glenn Hartilius, for their work on Chinese language measures relevant to transpersonal psychology. So congratulations. Yeah. It's $1,000 to each group, and we hope as we continue to raise money that you will even have more next year, right? Okay, so the student grants that were EIDA focused research, we had 2 grants of $750, and I know one person is here in the room. Her name is Lynn Zhang. And where is she? You can come up. For her work to integrate EIDA curriculum. Did you want to say something? Are you coming up to say something?
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so honored, and thank you, team member Adrian. And also, I want to dedicate this amount of money to our EIDA committee. And for all the initiatives we are working on.
Wonderful.
And we need support. People feel free to donate to us in the future.
Congratulations. All right, and our second winner of the student grant, a $750 grant, is for Dawn Celeste McGregor for her development of a new scale measuring female agency. So is that exciting? All right, and then I've got some student research grants, 2 grants of $1,000 each. And the first one is Candida Crasto in the MACP. Now, listen to this topic, it's so Sofia. It's for her inquiry into dismantling shame and stigma surrounding sex, sexuality, and sexual health. So bravo to Candida, we're so pleased. And then And here we have another winner of $1,000 in the MATPC program. This is Jinmin Wu for the study of spiritual practices and business leadership. And I believe this is in Beijing. I believe this is a Beijing study. So we're really excited, Global College. So congratulations. And then it's important to know that there's an additional grant every year when we give these out. It's for $2,000, and it essentially is there to support the Center for Innovation in Teaching and Learning, which John Elkers has been doing such great work on. Really, if you haven't gone to that website, you need to go. The podcasts, all the resources for teaching, it's just fantastic. It's $2,000 to support the CITL's pivotal role in driving teaching, innovation, and pedagogical excellence. So thank you so much, John and the whole team. And those are our recipients of the first time the foundation is able to give out money and grants. So we're so excited, and this will be a regular thing, and maybe next year we'll be a little more organized about it. People will know in advance. But all right, that's it. I want to hand this off to Dr. Nami Kim, who has some closing thoughts. The genius that she is. You have closing thoughts. Well, closing thoughts.
Do you want to wrap it up? Ta-da! Any more, my dear?
So, oh my gosh, here's my improv skills coming up. Yeah.
Understudy, taking out.
Well, I think we're all incredibly inspired by all of our awardees tonight, right? Please give them another round of applause. Thank you so much for many of you who actually traveled here to be here. This is what actually makes Sofia so special, and we're so proud to be part of it, that you're part of our community, and thank you for celebrating them together tonight. Thank you.